All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Check it out. Done a lot of training on, combat operations and enemy prisoner of war and things like that. And any veteran out there, actually, you know what? I transported actually enemy prisoners of war doing combat operations. But everybody knows that you want to separate them. And the reason why people separate them is because you exterminate or eliminate the lack of information. And when there is no information, there's a couple things. There is confusion, there is no planning, there is nothing. Communication is one of the biggest thing, right? And the left knows that. And because they know that, they are trying to separate any communication that you have with, our government, our president of the United States, right? Crazy stuff. Really, really crazy stuff. I know that I kind of put it out there like, enemy prisoner of wars, but I wanted to give you kind of like an insight to it, or kind of like put an example out there how critical it is to have communication with the president of the United States. Now, obviously, in my case, in the case of many people, what we want to know is what's going on. What we want to know is what happened. We're trying to get information because we don't trust the news. We don't trust it. Some of you guys don't as well. So it's nice to be able to come in here, and it's nice to be able to see the president of the United States talk in Twitter or something like that, and you get the information from him, right? You're not getting it from CNN. You're not getting it from Fox News. You're not getting it from MSNBC. You're getting it from the president of the United States. To me, that's amazing, right? It's amazing because you could get information from there. Now, obviously, the president has been banned by Facebook and Twitter. And one of the crazy things about this is that some of you guys said things such as, well, Twitter is a private company. They could do whatever they want. That is absolutely 100% true. But what Twitter and Facebook is doing is interfering with elections, interfering, with a specific people in the government. They are trying to influence elections. They are trying to, well, elections are over, but, before elections were over, they are trying to pass their agenda and favor one party more than the other one. They are okay pushing out leftist policies, but they will ban anything that has to do conservative, anything that has to do with the president of the United States. For weeks upon weeks, every tweet that he put out there says, fact check, yada, yada, yada. I spoke about that here in the channel. So again, they're not conducting themselves as a private company. They're not. They're not conducting themselves as a piece of plate right here that is a private company or restaurants around my area right here or around your location, right? They're conducting themselves as a propaganda machine. They are conducting themselves as a group that is trying to influence our government. So because they do that kind of stuff, really, is it a private company? Yeah, it's a private company with the goal of pushing a specific political agendas. And because they're doing that in a way that is just disgusting, something got to be done about that. There is no way that I agree that Twitter could, has the power. Listen to this. Twitter has the power to stop the president of the United States, to stop, Facebook, to stop the president of the United States from speaking to us. It doesn't even make sense. And the thing about this that I know the left is into it is because they haven't called upon this to stop. They continue to push it, right? Again, I may not agree with Biden on some of the things that he has to say, but he has the right to say it. He does have the right to say it. So again, if he would have believed on the First Amendment, if he would have believed with the freedom that we have, that we could come into a place like this to speak, he would have been like, no, that's unacceptable. I don't like the president of the United States. I don't like Trump. But you know what? That is unacceptable. He should be able to speak his mind. And the president has been totally deplatformed. Now, I want to mention this because this is important, right? So as Twitter happened, if you're not aware, I'm going to give you kind of like a background on this. As Twitter started censoring conservatives, as Twitter started censoring a specific political people and things like that, usually in the conservative, in the Republican side, there was a new website that came out called Parler, right? And in fact, I'm going to share my screen right here for you guys to see it. Obviously, make sure you subscribe to the Blessings Unlimited channel. It's going to be linked down below. But here it is. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about Parler. I actually have an account here as well. Make sure you follow me. Jarhead6, I think it is. So, again, as Twitter started, banning people, censoring stories and all that, Parler kind of fill in the gap. And this is something that a lot of you guys talk about this, right? A lot of you guys usually tell me things such as, hey, you should go into a platform that respect freedom of speech and respect your opinions and things like that, right? So this is right here, it's kind of like that. And in fact, if you go into the website, we have some really major individuals in this website or in this place. I mean, we're talking about every single government official and things like that here. And again, this website specifically, let me put it back over here, it's actually getting pretty good amount of views. I mean, it's not like no one is watching. I mean, we're talking about thousands upon thousands upon thousands of views here on the website. And again, government officials and things like that, if you want to follow political people, conservative people, they're here. And you could see, their whether instead of tweeting, I don't know what it's called, Parler or something. So again, this is a website that is pretty good, right? You could pass information here, but the left has not had enough. They are in the business of stopping your communication because once again, by stopping your communication, they create confusion. And again, you cannot receive critical information that you may need, right? So here's the thing. It's crazy to say this and obviously subscribe to my other channel, all that, because we don't even know how long it's going to take. So far, what we're seeing is Facebook, what we're seeing is Twitter. The moment that they start tracking into YouTube channels and things like that, we don't know if we're going to be here for quite some time. That's one of the biggest reasons why I tell people here in the community all the time, don't do this as a business. Don't depend on this to pay your mortgage, because if they erase your channel, how are you going to pay your bills? That's just stupid to me. I got a regular job, guys. Don't worry about it. If they erase my channel, it's going to suck. But guess what, guys? I got to work tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow I'm off. I got to work again and continue with my life, right? So, again, as Twitter and Facebook has been censoring people, people started coming into here, and the left doesn't like that. So the attacks continue. And here's the thing. Yesterday, we had Google Play pretty much say that they're going to ban or they were going to ban the app, right? So I actually have an app right here on my phone, just like Twitter app, that you could go there and get it, right? Now, Apple did the same thing. Apple actually put it out there and said, you know what? If you don't put some type of restriction or some type of I don't know, things in their account, like people got to follow. Again, this is a website that is supposed to be freedom of speech. You still don't have the right, or you still can harass people. You still can attack people. You still can do those things, right? But Google and Apple is like forcing themselves in there, threatening them, telling them, if you don't do this, you're not going to be able to sell your app in my store, right? Google Play, I think as far as I did, the research that I did, they were straight out like, no, we're going to ban you. And Apple was the one that was like, kind of like, hey, you know what? If you don't put these restrictions or you don't put some type of guidance, just like Twitter have all those terms of service and a bunch of crazy stuff, you just won't be able to sell the app in a store. And that's critical. It's really critical, and it's sad. And again, it's going to affect the website. Once again, trying to stop the conversation, trying to stop the fact that they're trying to pass information, right? And now to kill it all, this is the guy right here, John Macy, is the founder and CEO of Parler. So this is the boss right here, right? And he says, just put it an hour ago, Sunday, tomorrow. I'm recording this on Saturday night. It's like 11 o'clock at night. Sunday, tomorrow at midnight, Amazon will be shutting off all our service. So here we go. Now, I mean, this is an attack that is happening, right? This is an attack that is happening because look how many people are participating on this. We have Google Play stopping the app from being sold. We have Apple trying to stop the app from being downloaded from the service. We have Amazon stopping and shutting down their services.
I mean, literally, what does this website has to do with anyone? Have they committing a crime? Did they commit a crime? Did they say anything that that is illegal? Did they say something that that goes against the Constitution? I don't know. Did they commit a crime? No. The answer is no. What we have here is a conservative website that is passing information that are conservative views, and that threatens the left. That's what it is. The left doesn't like it because you are passing information, or you have a group where conservatives are getting together and they are able to pass information and they are able to talk and do all that stuff. They just don't like it. Amazon. Look at this. Amazon. I mean, they have their sticky fingers everywhere. Everywhere Amazon is out there. Everywhere. I mean, it's disgusting how big this company is, right? Sunday, tomorrow at midnight, Amazon will be shutting off all our service in an attempt to completely remove free speech of the internet. Totally. That is just sad. There is a possibility that Parler will be unavailable on the internet for a week as we rebuild from scratch. You gotta be kidding me. We we prepare for the events like this by never relying on Amazon infrastructure and buildings bare metal. Okay, so again, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is disgusting. I mean, it's just one of those things that is insane. Literally insane. You have a company that is not committing a crime, a company that is not doing anything wrong, and you have Google Play bullying these people. You have Apple bullying these people. You have Amazon bullying these people just for one simple factor. One simple factor. They don't want us to be able to share information. They don't want us to be able to talk. They don't want us to come out with a plan to maybe get together and do a protest or complain about something or say no, it's not okay, or just simply pass information such as I want you to email your representatives and tell them that you don't agree with this. Little things like that. Could be anything. They don't want us to have communication, so they are taking us one thing at a time. That's insane. That's insane right there. I don't even know what to say, guys. When I see things like this, I'm like, wow, it is disgusting what is happening. Anyways, I said this and I'm going to say it again. This is disgusting. This is just disgusting, and it's going to get worse. If you think 2020 was bad, wait for 2021 when these Democrats take over and finally are in control. It's coming. Be ready. Appreciate you guys watching. And as always, God is in control.